I think it's Baruch. I can't remember which one. But it explains how Sophia, when she was abandoned by Elohim, birthed the child on her own, Yaldabaoth, but also angels. And the third angel was Naas. Naas was the one who corrupted the spirit of Adam, the template human of our humanity. Before that, there was the first humanity, and that was the Sasquatch. That was the best this Yaldabaoth could come up with, being an incomplete god. So he was then God to the Sasquatch. And I think they, according to Mr. Pike, evolved into the Neanderthal. And they were going to evolve into something else, but we came along, genetically enhanced replicas came along, built by the Anunnaki in a test tube. And anyway, Naas played with Adam as a boy, it says, and that's how pedophilia started. And what else? Seduced Eve, and that's how, I forgot how it was put, but how women are adulterous. And that's why they were controlled before today's time, in the past, where the women's lived in that army and they broke out and had to break out because they were so, controlled by society, the belief. Anyway, the point is, made women adulterous, wanting to explore those things in a hunger inside themselves, but was a pedophile, the first pedophile to Adam. Played with him as a boy. Like, what does that mean? And then it says that's how pederasty was developed. That's how, I forgot the word that they used for this interception with Eve. But don't forget, Eve is Adam's feminine element. Okay? This is spiritual. It's not physical yet. The communication between Adam and Eve is the communication between his masculine and feminine elements, just like us. That's what this is. A description of that. It's the algorithm of the duality of a human being, where some obey the father, the others obey the mother, Sophia, who's pissed off, angry, dark, evil. She's a saint above and a viper below. So in heaven, she's redeemed. She did what she had to do to redeem herself. She's back now. But what's left over had to stay to finish us off in our educations. Like, if it's a grade 5 people, that's it. There's no more education. You either got it or you don't. We understand the algorithm of duality now. A 6-year-old can understand it. But pedophilia, it's not just sex with a child. It is first the emotional tactics, the emotional manipulation, the cunning deceit of emotional manipulation of human truth and trust, leveraged by the fear of loss of something specific to the emotional being. See, Naas played with Adam as a boy, played with his heart. Is that what that means? Or did he play with him physically as a boy, sexually? Does it mean both? I'm not sure. But it says afterwards, that's why women are sluts. And there's pedophilia. And there's pederasty. Pederasty. So, pedophiles listen to the viper, the dark feminine element, the viper below, the saint above. Adam did the same trip also. He was a tyrant. And then he learned that he was no longer a tyrant. He evolved. And that's what we have to do. That's our challenge. We have to evolve ourselves. We have to reconnect our masculine and feminine elements and make them into one through our intellectual wisdom. The Christ consciousness is the intellect, and the wisdom as one unit, searching for the meaning and depth behind the emotional truth of self. That's what intellectual wisdom is there for. So no self can know self, and trust and believe in self. See, if you don't trust and believe in yourself, that means that you were played with as a boy, no, fucked with. When we're feeling sad from rejection, and we think to ourselves, we're not thinking to ourselves, we're thinking to an entity, a dark feminine element that can birth, not life. Emotional truth is birthing life. So we work from that. We identify with that, we acknowledge that, we connect with that. That's us, the emotional truth. We know ourselves by knowing the emotional truth born in the moment, analyzing it, working it out, yada, 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 getting over it, completing it, resolving anything, and then feel the completion of the emotional self when self finds the light and logic that concludes the knowledge sought. Gotta go.